Welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor and today we're doing TBR prompts pick my April TBR. But before we hop in the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you love all things books. If you see my walls behind me, all three of those shelves went crashing down this weekend, and frankly put, I'm not dealing with them anymore. TTPD, she's still standing strong with our little Ariel in the center, so she's going to be there. So I will be fixing that at some point, but that's not the point of this video. Today we're picking my April TBR. Now I am filming this on March 26th, so I still have like 6 days left of March to read, so I'm still working through the books I picked for my TBR as well as for the Trans Rights Readathon. So I've got some that I'm working through, but so far I finished 4 out of the 6 I picked last month. So you'll see in my March reading wrap up if I finished all of them. As of right now, we're only at 4. So we'll see. But I'm in the spring mood. The sun is shining, although the weather is out there doing what it wants to, because it's both chilly and warm, but also it's hot in here, but it's really cold out there. I don't know, but we're going to pick our TBR prompts. Like always, I'll pick 6 TBR prompts. I'm going to try and get 4 physical books and 2 Kindle books because I have an extensive TBR on both. If you didn't see, it was my birthday last month, so the books piled up. It is so tightly packed on my TBR shelves that it's a strain to pull anything out as of right now. So we're going to try and be on a little bit of a no-buy for the next few months. I'm not allowed to buy any books that either I haven't read already or that aren't for, like, you know, specific purposes. So yeah, so I guess without further ado, let's hop into it and pick our prompts. All right, so prompt number 1 is an out of comfort zone read. This is probably good because I am piling up on the thrillers, the lit fic, the mysteries, the horror situation. It's not a big section, but it is tightly packed right now. So we'll see where we decide to go with that one. Next up, we have a memoir. Do I have a memoir physically on here? No. Well, I guess I'm picking up an audiobook. So I don't know who it's going to be. I'll have to, you know, go throughout Spotify and see what's on there. I like to listen to audiobooks for memoirs. Then we have a book not set in the US. I have one on Kindle that I had in mind when I wrote this prompt. It is a romance, but I could pick a few because Alice Oseman, I've been wanting to read those books and I'm quite sure they're all set in the UK, so we'll see. Okay, author with the same last initial as you. I don't know if I've pulled this one before. I do have some double ups in here because I just kind of dumped the new prompts in with the old prompts, but that works out well for me because I will probably continue the Shatter Me series. Tahara Mafi and I have the exact same initials. I don't know what their middle name is, but oh, it knows me too well. Queer read. Thank you. Thank you. I bought 2 sapphic reads in the month of March for my birthday, or my brother bought them for me. It was his money that I've been dying to read. And then our last prompt for the month is going to be a seasonal read. Oh, so something springy. Something with the spring vibes. April showers. March. You know, actually, there is one on Kindle that I do want to read that is St. Patrick's Day themed, and I'll point that out when I get there because I want to buy the physical copy. So we'll see. I guess let's hop into picking off my physical TBR. This is where the current physical TBR stands. We pretty much have all fantasy for the most part in a little sci-fi middle grade situation going down there. This is romance. That is my current physical TBR. I have 1 book left physically, and then this is a miscellaneous grouping of mystery, thriller, lit fic, all sorts. So first one will be our out of comfort zone read. So here is the books that are probably the most out of my comfort zone when it comes to things. We could also say sci-fi just because I haven't really read a lot of sci-fi, but this one, she's tiny, she needs to be sorted through. This one, you know, I could read this one. That would finish off the little duology, interconnected standalone series. However, I'm thinking this one. This one premise intrigued me. Welcome to Fear City. Do I remember much about it? I just think it had something to do with serial killers. It's historical, and I think it's horror. So, I don't know. I really don't read horror. She's a bit of a chunky book, but she is YA. So this one will be on the TBR. Author with the same last initial as you. Well, this is pretty easy. Oh, see, she's tightly packed. It will be Unravel Me by Tahara Mafi. I am excited to see if Aaron Warner is going to make me change my opinions on him, because right now I'm questioning his existence. But everyone loves him. So, queer read. So, of the things on here that are queer, we have This Ravenous Fate. I don't know what else on here. Sorcery and Small Magics is queer. Let's see, anything else? Deathless Divide, technically queer. I don't know about Octavia. Then, on here, Love Points to You, Say a Little Prayer, all Alice Oseman, I'm pretty sure. New Adult, Timothy Janofsky. The Fake Dating Game by Timothy Janofsky. And then Where Sleeping Girls Lie by Frida Abike Aimide. I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly. I think we must pick Love Points to You, Alice Lynn. If you saw my haul, you'll know that I've read a book by this author last year, and this is her first specifically sapphic YA read. And then I could go with either seasonal read or not set in the US. I have one that is so specifically spring seasonal that I think I'm going to save it for then. So not set in the US. I know for a fact Alice Oseman, not set in the US. This is British. I also believe that might not be set in the US. I don't think so. This one, I know it's not set in the US, the Poppy War trilogy. Do I feel like entering it right now? Not particularly. I had enough of the depression in the month of March, so I think we're going to go a little Alice Oseman read, and I think we're going to kickstart the reads. Oh, look, Alice out in the wind. With Solitaire, aka Tory Springs' story, the story that kicked it all off. If you don't know anything about me, the Heartstopper universe is absolutely one of my favorite universes ever. And this is Charlie's sister's story, which I haven't read it, so I can't say how the show handled it, but I don't think the show handled a lot of it when they portrayed it, so I'm excited to see what the book tells me. Alright, so now we're going to be picking from our Kindle. I don't even need to look in here to know the book that I'm going to pick for seasonal read. It's going to be Go Luck Yourself by Sarah Raish. I read their Christmas read, The Nightmare Before Christmas, and this is the sequel-ish. I think they're supposed to be interconnected standalones, but I also think you have to read them in order because a lot of lore takes place in book one. I end up giving book like a 3.75 star range. It is featured in my Christmas reading blog if you want to see my thoughts and opinions on that. I was a little mixed on book one because it was, in fact, some of the swooniest, swoon-worthy things I've ever read in a romantic story. However, the story was so, what the fuck is going on here? But this one is following the brother of, was it Santa's son? He's also Santa's son. He is just the younger brother, who is also bisexual. Yes, I believe all of the people in the friend group fall under the bisexual situation. And I guess he's getting along with his rival, who just happens to be the son, the patron of St. Patrick's Day. Don't know. I'll have to read more on that. But that is free on Kindle Unlimited right now, so I will pick it up. And then lastly, a memoir. Do I know what memoir I'm going to pick? This one is a toss-up because it really is just what does Spotify have on it, because I listen to my memoirs. I prefer listening to them. I have a few that would be in mine. I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I feel like everyone has read that. Then it was Viola Davis's memoir. Who else is, out here doing things? Ooh, Kiki Palmer's memoir could be a good one. We could read Paris Hilton's. We could do Michelle Obama's. We could do Know My Name by Chanel Miller. That's probably going to be a tough read. I think the one that intrigues me the most right now is Master of Me by Kiki Palmer. So we will add that to the TBR. And that closes out our TBR for the month. Didn't really clear out much on my Kindle. Starting with a book not set in the US. This is Solitaire by Alice Oseman. This is following Tori Spring, who is the sister to Charlie Spring from the Heartstopper series, which is a graphic novel series and also a very popular book to TV adaptation. And this is following Tori's journey to discovering her asexuality. Basically, it says, "My name is Tori Spring. I like to sleep and I like to blog. Last year I had friends. Things were very different, I guess, but that's all over now. Now there's Solitaire and Michael Holden. I don't know what Solitaire are trying to do, and I don't care about Michael Holden. I really don't." So it's following her relationship with Michael, her discovery of her asexuality, as I believe there is a little mystery plot that they're trying to figure out together. So I hear everyone loves Tori and Michael, and the show did a cute little sweet depiction of them. Although the big discovery of Tori coming out as asexual. Listen, I don't want to ruin the show, but I was expecting the scene, and I did not see the scene. So then we have Love Points to You by Alice Lynn. She wrote Fireworks last year, which follows a bisexual FMC who falls in love with her childhood best friend who is turned into a K-pop idol. This one is the first specifically sapphic read that I've seen from her. She probably has other works out, and it is following Linda Fan, who is trying to get into the Rhode Island School of Design, but she needs a little money to be able to afford to go. So when her classmate Angela Wu says, "Can you come on and help me create this game?" It's an otome game. I don't know too much about it. All I know is it relates to romance and relationship. She's like, "I can't pass up this opportunity to get a little money, and I get to work on some of the things I love." And while they are working on this game, guess what? Love ensues. That is also a YA book. Then we have an author who has the same last initial as me, Unravel Me, Tahara Mafi. She's chunkier than the first one. This, I heard, is Belle Teresa's favorite book in the series. Don't know. This is the sequel to Shatter Me. So it goes Shatter Me, then the novella Destroy Me, and then you read Unravel Me. We are following the events of Juliet, who, if you don't remember from the first book, I'll give you a little synopsis. She has essentially been jailed for around a year, because her touch has been found to be deadly to anyone she basically encounters. And the big dystopian regime, the reestablishment, has decided that she is unfit for society, but when they realize that she can be used to their advantage, they break her out, and things ensue from there. I believe a love triangle is supposedly brewing between her, Aaron, and Adam, or Aaron Warner. Right now, Aaron Warner is giving Zuko Season 1 vibes, so I want to see if we're moving into Zuko Season 2 vibes. I don't know, but I'm excited to see where it goes. Plus, that's a very quick read. Then we have an out of comfort zone read. Welcome to the City by Sarah, don't know how to say the last name, Dojak or Vojak. Don't know which one's silent. I'll have to read the back, because I bought this for a reason. Do I remember what it's about? No. New York City, summer of 77, in a city on edge and obsessed with a serial killer, Sylvie Stroud is dealing with an entirely different kind of evil. 17-year-old Sylvie Stroud can see the past of any building just by touching it. So we've got supernatural, paranormal. Her powers have always been reliable until one day she sees the memory of a teenage girl's murder without touching anything at all. Sylvie is no stranger to the violence hidden in New York City's walls, but this murder, it's different. When the disturbing visions continue, Sylvie enlists her friends to investigate, but following the clues unearths a history bloodier than any of them could have imagined, a legacy of violence that traces back to New York's founding. Lurking beneath city's beleaguered city is a primordial, parasitic entity. Now awake, all it wants is Sylvie, and it will go through everyone she loves to have her. Why did I get Ghostbusters vibes reading that synopsis? But yeah, we've got horror, we've got paranormal, kind of getting Diviners vibes. I read that when I was younger. Don't know if this is going to be it, because Diviners was 1920s, this is 1970s. I don't know. But yes, that is my out of comfort zone read for now. Then moving on to our other non-physical books. For the audiobook / memoir that we picked, it's going to be Master of Me, The Secret to Controlling Your Narrative by Kiki Palmer. I love Kiki Palmer. She is also a bisexual lady. So I'm excited to see this. It's also narrated by her. And if you've seen Kiki perform or do anything in an interview, her personality, her voice, I just think it'll be a great time to listen to it. Then lastly, on Kindle, we're going to read Go Luck Yourself by Sarah Raish. I kind of already talked about this when I was picking it out, but this is the sequel to The Nightmare Before Christmas, so it is following the brother of our MMC from the first book. I hope we're getting dual POV. We're getting dual POV for this one because we didn't get it in the first one. I wanted to know what Hex was thinking so bad in the first one. But if you're going to give me, listen, I'm a sucker for a theme. If you give me a themed book, especially a seasonally themed book, yes, I will beat it. Also, I'm born the day before St. Patrick's Day, so it was inevitable that I was going to pick up a St. Patty's Day book. Am I like real into the holiday? No. But you know what? Birthday feels. So those are all the books on my April TBR. We're going to hope to read more, but who knows? We might read outside the TBR. We may not complete the TBR. I don't know. Let me know what you're planning to read in the month of April. What are you most excited to see me read? And I'll see y'all in the next video.